Hey Woodridge, if you don't know me, my name's Landon and I'm your middle school minister here at Woodridge. I've been here about 6 months and my wife Hannah, my son James and I are so grateful to be part of the Woodridge family. I hope y'all are having a great week so far. With the rest of the time I have today, I'd love to update you on what's going on with your middle schoolers in the student ministry. There are a lot of great things going on in the middle school and the student ministry as a whole. Tonight we're resuming our normal student midweek activities. In middle school we're going to start a new series called Firm Foundation. We're starting the new year off right by reinforcing those core beliefs that make our faith what it is. So tonight we're going to be answering the simple question, what is the gospel? My goal for this series is to tackle the topics we often take for granted in other lessons or series we may have throughout the year. Some form of the gospel is in every lesson I teach. It is the good news after all, but I want to slow down and look at the gospel itself, what it is, why we need it. And in the coming weeks we'll do the same with other topics like prayer, Scripture, and even the Trinity, which should be a super fun one to tackle with our students. After midweek tonight, we're going to be having nachos, watching Nacho Libre, and hanging out. So if you have a middle schooler, or you know a middle schooler, or any student for that matter, make sure they come see us tonight from 6 to 8:30. If you've heard me talk about it, you know one of my biggest passions in ministry is small groups. We call our small groups D groups in the student ministry, and since I've been here, I've had the privilege of starting a middle school boys D group. I love D groups because they allow us to build a Christian community with the goal that we would push each other toward Christ. We're starting our spring semester of D groups this Sunday, and we're going to be in a study called How to Be a Man. I'm super excited to go through this study as middle school is such a formative time for these young men, and we're going to be looking at Christ as the ultimate example of manhood. Jesus lived a perfect life, which means he gave us a perfect example of what it looks like to be a godly man. If you see me, stop me and ask how D group is going. I could talk about D group forever, a really long time. I love talking about D group. One last big thing that's happening in our student ministry right now is One Weekend. One Weekend is our annual discipleship weekend. It's like a D Now if you've heard of those. And Faith, Rhett, myself, we're all working so hard to make One Weekend as fun and as fruitful as possible for your students. It's February 16th through 18th. And registration is open right now, so if you haven't already, go register your student at woodridge.org/one. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day to hang out with me and watch this midweek. I hope the rest of your week goes really well, and don't hesitate to reach out to me or any of the student staff if you want to know anything more about our student ministry. Y'all have a great week.